Here I am, ready to make the dip. So I am going to make a herbed lemon Greek yogurt based dip. Using a Greek yogurt will help you get more protein in the snack instead of something that's completely sour cream based. It will also help cut some fat content if you do go with a lower fat Greek yogurt version, but we have plain Greek yogurt. We can add herbs to it to make it more flavorful, and some sour cream here, some dill, and some fresh parsley. So first I am going to grate, zest some lemon, and this is a zester. So if you don't have a zester at home, I have used something like a vegetable peeler like you saw Cliff use in the last video. If you don't have a vegetable peeler, you can forego the zest completely. But we're gonna be a little bit fancy today and give you some zest in this dip. So I'm just gonna take it over my bowl and just lightly grate, zest this lemon. You wanna make sure that you don't get really close to the white of the lemon because that will taste bitter. So I have some zest in my bowl. Be careful not to zest your hand. It's pretty easy to do. Okay. And then I am going to juice my lemon. So we saw this in the last video. It just assists with getting the juice out of the lemon. And I want to make sure I don't have any seeds in my dip. So I want to make sure I have a strainer over my bowl. So I'm just gonna juice this lemon. Citrus is really great source of vitamin C. Helps support that immune system through these colder months when sickness is more likely. I'm gonna put this over. And then I'm just going to mix my sour cream and my Greek yogurt. Sometimes when you open a Greek yogurt, the water separates from the yogurt itself, but there's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to discard it for any reason. You just want to stir it up, make sure it becomes nice and smooth. That water contains protein as well, because it's part of the process of making Greek yogurt. It goes through a super filtration process that increases its protein compared to your Yoplait version of yogurt. Nothing wrong with Yoplait. You just like to get more protein where you can. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of sour cream. I mean, the ratio is up to you. The sour cream will just help it thicken more. And stir this up. And then we're gonna add the herbs. Just try to make sure my mask stays up. Okay. So herbs are a great way to add freshness to any dish. And they also have micronutrients like vitamins, minerals in them as well. So wherever you can add herbs is great to enhance the flavor and get some extra nutritional benefits. So again, it's really just based off of your preference for flavor. How much dill you want, how much parsley you want. I find dill has a stronger taste. And some parsley. And this is your better choice of a dip compared to your sour cream. Dips instead. And if you wanted to add a little bit more lemon, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Finish with the black pepper instead of salt.
Oh, salt.
It's okay.
Pepper. Okay.
And then you're gonna
So-
hammer them with the salt in your packet, right?
Yeah, I was gonna do that with the broth.
I would do it with this
Okay,
because
do
I
it with
think
this,
everybody
right.
thinks they're just
Okay.
gonna load tons of salt in.
Right.
I think you should go, I'm gonna add one little salt packet, which is this,
Okay, yeah.
and then the pepper, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's still going. I'm just gonna
Right.
put it No worries. Okay, so. What did I say?
You can tell.
And this is a dip that you can bring in the center of your vegetable platter to a party. You're gonna get that extra protein. It's a healthier dip compared to another dip that you might buy at the store. There's all fresh ingredients you can pronounce, so working with this is the better option for sure. The last thing I wanna do is add some fresh cracked black pepper. You might not have one of these wooden it's okay. I'm just gonna end it at black pepper. Got it? Pepper. And salt. So something on salt. Typically, if you buy a store-bought dip or you go to a restaurant, there is likely a lot of salt already in there. And sodium is what we wanna manage when it comes to eating. So high sodium can link to things like high blood pressure, but we also do need salt in our diet. So making sure that you do get enough salt, but not too much. And a way to measure that is just using little portions. In this little salt packet, there are 300 milligrams of sodium in here. And some people just don't even think about it. We'll rip this open, throw it on their steak dinner that they just got at a restaurant, but unknowingly that the chef in the back already put a bunch of salt on it. Here at Salem State, we don't really add any salt to our courses unless it's needed. Salt is used to enhance flavor and not overwhelm any dish. So I'm just gonna open this and add it to my dip to just, again, enhance the flavor, not overpower it. And just like that, our Greek yogurt is done. So I'm going to portion it out into our dish here. And set up a nice little platter, which would be a hit at any gathering, which I know we can't really do right now, but even in your dorm room, if you just want to make yourself feel a little fancy, you can. Make yourself a plate, take some pictures with it. We know how important showing off what you're eating is now on Instagram. Show all your friends that you're getting your vegetables in your diet. Snacking is really important in general because it gives you another opportunity to intake nutrients. If you're not somebody who eats vegetables at meals, you can eat them at snacks. And I recommend trying to eat something every 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours, because you don't want to ever get too hungry where you go into a meal and you just want to eat everything in sight, because then it's likely that you'll overeat that food. If you just had a snack a couple hours earlier, you would be more likely to control your portions a little better. And I also recommend with snacks, you do want to make sure that you get 2 food groups in your meal. So something like a protein or a carbohydrate or a vegetable, always want to pair those together, or a healthy fat. So right here we do have the vegetable and our protein source. So this would be a very good balanced snack for you to have between maybe breakfast and lunch, or between lunch and dinner, to make sure that you don't get too hungry. And that is our party platter.